to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to be discussing a very controversial topic, which is women and their toxicity. I can discuss this like anything in the world because I am a woman, so I know exactly how women think and how callous they can be. Not saying that I do have those same characteristics. I'm more lenient and more nicer, I feel. I mean, the highest thing that I think I've ever probably done so mean or evil would be probably just being rude and saying something that's not as nice, about someone. But everyone has a phase of like that, and everyone has something like that they've done and they're not so proud of. So guys, today we're going to be discussing women. Why are women so toxic? When are they ever going to learn about their actions? And why do they choose to do the things that they do? So we're going to talk about a very controversial topic, which is women. So I've had some encounters with women, and it hasn't been a really nice one. Let me just be honest. I've had some friends when I was in my teenage years, early 20s, that were female, and they just weren't really good people at all. They weren't nice. They weren't, if they were nice, it was something that was just a facade. So it was something that was like, okay, for 2 minutes and then it's over. Women tend to have that fake personality and tendency to be something that they're not. And it's toxic, and it's not good. When women are greedy, you have some greedy bastards out there that want to sit back and be a gold digger and eat a man's money and not do anything for it. And that sucks. That's being lazy, and that doesn't get you anywhere. But that's what we have in society. So, now I just really understand my culture well and understand why where I'm from, they don't really look at women like they're anything. They actually see women as a nuisance and nothing of relevance, in Nigeria. Like, if you don't have your business, if you don't have something going on, you're just irrelevant. And then, another side to that is that if you do have your business and you are having the appearance that you have money, they're automatically going to assume that you do have a sugar daddy. That is not your money. You're not as smart enough to have money and be doing businesses and buying a home and buying a luxury car. That's not typical in Africa. And that's the truth, like where I'm from, a lot of women just sleep around with men. They don't mind being a side chick. They know what it is. As far as money's coming to that bank account every week, they could care less about the morality of it and the ethic behind sleeping with a married man or just sleeping with a man in general. You don't know what you're doing to your actual life whenever you degrade yourself and go ahead and just make yourself sexually available to a man. They're literally going to see you more as nothing. So if they didn't know that you were anything before and you weren't relevant now or previously, now that you're just making yourself so available like this, they're going to really deem you as nothing. And that's going to be so degrading. And that's what men do. You have to understand the psychology of a man and how they think. They want to go for women that are special. They want to go for women that actually have something going on, and they're not relying on a 60-year-old man's paycheck or 50-year-old man's paycheck to get by. They actually have a degree, they have money, they can work, they can take care of themselves. And, some women just don't have that. And another just disgusting thing I hate about women is how evil they can be. They can literally sit there and eat this man's money, this man's hard-earned money that he's giving them, or he's given to her, and trash this man, even plot to kill him, like that. That's just how evil women can be. I do have a late uncle that kind of had the similar situation. None of his family members were in support of this new profound love he had with a woman, and it actually resulted to his demise. He's no longer living at this time, and it sucks. It was very emotional toll for me. I get emotional talking about it because this is the guy that will like give you his shirt off his back. It's crazy, and I know I'm getting a little teary-eyed, but it's just like I don't understand where this sort of evil comes from, but I think once I read Genesis, I had to go back and read the Bible to understand where do women get these evil characteristics and tendencies from? Where does it come from? So after reading the whole chapter of Genesis, I just kind of understood where Eve got that evil mentality from, and doing business with the snake, not listening to God's orders by, just living a good life, not dealing with the devil. But Eve took it upon herself to deal with the devil and get the apple from the snake. So that's basically where I'm getting more of this understanding of why women tend to do the things they do. It's just like a natural evilness that just happens. But with my uncle's situation, it was something that everyone just did not like this woman or lady. We didn't know why she existed or why, this was even happening. So no one attended the wedding. No one cared to support, even though he kind of felt like that was something he had to do. And it was for 3 months that they were actually together before he did pass away. The speculation and rumor was that, she just didn't care for him anymore at one point and decided it was time for him to go. So she did what she had to do. She's not in jail. She's still roaming around like it's okay. She's still figuring out what kind of property she wants to get from him, trying to talk to, it's crazy. It's not even something to laugh about, but it's just the mentality behind it. Like at this point now, she's trying to figure out, what car she's gonna get from him, because she knows that he did have a car left behind and some property. So that's like what her concern is now, from what I'm hearing from the relatives out there, is that she wants to know exactly what she's inheriting, since he did marry her, and what her ownership and rights are. So it's crazy how women think that you can just use someone and hey, you're good to go. It's laughable, because it just shows how cruel and evil women are. And I don't like women as much as I did before. Like now it's to the point that, I ignore women. I don't even like them to talk to me. If I'm on the phone with an agent and she's a woman, I just hang up the phone, because I don't want to go through that long line of explaining, because women don't like to listen if it's not something about them. They're really conceited and they don't care about anyone else, so it's just a waste of time trying to get anything to do with women. I don't like it. The only females I actually talk to is, the woman that brought me into this world, my mom and, cousins. So any other person is just like so irrelevant to me. And sorry guys that I almost got emotional, but that was just the rudest thing ever that happened this past month. And it just threw me for a loop, because this is no different from what women do here in America. Women are very toxic and evil. Like some women out there would literally go and poison their husband and sit back and wait for the life insurance to roll into their bank account, or try to figure out what kind of property or what amenity they're going to get. And it's like, how evil can you be to commit this insane act and still look for, your reward at the end? Like you want to get compensated for being evil. It's crazy. And I just really, really hate women. Sorry. I don't like doing anything with them. There's even some encounters I've had as a nurse, and just I've seen a lot of really evil things that women do. Laughing at patients, taking pictures of patients on their phone, posting that to social media, taking photos of students, taking photos of fellow nurses and being really evil about it, saying this, conniving with, nurse managers to get someone fired, lying on other nurses so they can leave. you know, and they can be the nurse of the station. It's crazy, you know, the things that you see as a nurse. And it just makes me more apprehensive about like even wanting to just have any kind of friends that are females. I do not like women at all. There's some women that I've seen in nursing school. They've literally reported a student to faculty because they saw a student didn't wear the right uniform to clinicals, and they went ahead and reported her to the faculty. The faculty reached out to that student and then reprimanded her and said, yeah, you know, just make sure you don't do it next time. But think of the hassle that individual had to go to find out the student's name, have pictures of the student, report her to the faculty just to get her out of the program. Like, that is what you see with women. And it's like, it's such a great level compaction of evilness that you get with women. It's unbearable. It's something that you cannot believe. So that's the reason I decided to make this video. It's just like, this message is more so towards the guys. Figure out like who you're really getting married to. Figure out who you is really there for you, because women are good actors as well. Just like men can act, women are really good actors. They know the right words to say. They know what's going to get them that yes that they want, access to your bank account, driving in your Ferrari. They know those words and what to do, and they don't care if they have to sleep with you the first night. Like, women are just scum of the earth, you know. There's this crime show I was watching where a truck driver literally murdered, or I don't think he was a truck driver, but I think he was a truck driver in Ohio that murdered a lot of the girls he slept with when he was doing his truck driving business. Just murdered them and dumped them on the side of the road like they were nothing. You know, I'm not saying it's right to murder someone, but just the way women are so toxic, it's unbelievable, you know. And evilness just needs to dissipate from this world, you know. I just want God to do what he can do to make sure there's not as much evil in this world, because we don't need that. But there's some men that just really despise women, you know, because women give them this evil act and this evilness that they didn't even anticipate. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. It was just like, it's so hard to just think about this, because of course you can watch a video on television and see, okay, oh, this woman killed her husband, but when it happens to a close family member of yours, it hits you differently, because it's like, wow, there's never going to be a change with women. They're always going to be evil and toxic like this, so plan to deal with it, you know. And I feel like it's actually worse for men, because they're the ones that have to go out there and, you know, if they want to have children with this woman, they have to do that. They have to get to know this woman. They have to deal with the lies and fallacies and possibly even lose their life, because women are evil, you know. Women are typically in charge of cooking food. And just think, if you have an argument with your wife and, you know, she's the responsible person that's going to cook your food and your meal, and you're going to have to sleep right beside her in bed, you know, you don't know if she's going to hold a knife to your neck or poison your food. So you have to watch out the woman that you definitely deal with. That's so important. So it's, you know, just what I just would say for everyone is, try to avoid evil women. If something doesn't feel right at the beginning, leave the situation alone. Do not try to see a better side to it, because 10 out of 10 times, knowing women, there's no better end or beautiful sun at the end of the valley. It is what it is. So this goes out to the men, you know. Like, for me, I'm smart enough. I've had a lot of experiences with women, and I just know that these are not individuals that I ever want to interact with. There's not one. Like, the only ones I really want to interact with are my cousins, because they're realistic and they know me a lot more. That's just the fact, you know. I've had women that are so evil. There's women that have literally there's friends that have got my car shot up before, my windows shot up. There's women that have lied and gossiped on me and said I did this and said I did that. There's women that have literally wanted me to lose my job and succeeded at that and got me fired, you know. So there's many things that go in the background that you probably don't know, you know, when it comes to women. So I recommend everyone to be careful. My uncle is still in heaven, and we will meet one day. This is a true story, so I'm not making this up, guys. Be careful of women. They are cunning, evil, and a lot of times they just want to know what you can offer, you know. This is where it gets to, what can women really bring to the table aside from servicing you in bed and cooking your meal? And sometimes you can't even rely on them cooking the meal, because it's like, you don't know if they're gonna poison you. You don't know if they're gonna even cook a decent meal. Some women don't know how to cook. And it's just, aside from having children, it's just not worth it for me. And I hate having women friends. I like watching the shows of women, the content they bring, but I don't know, women are just evil, and they're never gonna change. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching.